Israel's Mossad just exposed the Iranian commander who was behind a global web of terror plots against Jews and Israelis from Greece to Australia to Germany. This comes even as tensions are once again rising between Israel and Iran. The supreme leader of Iran, Ayatollah Khamenei, if it's even him, is posting some very strange threats on social media, not just against Israel, but against America as well. Meanwhile, Hamas is once again stalling and, in a direct violation of the ceasefire, is refusing to release the rest of the hostages' bodies, even though they most likely know exactly where they are. So the Mossad just exposed the Iranian man who has been responsible for multiple attempted terror attacks on Jews and Israelis around the world in 2024 and 2025. Sadr Ammar is a top-level commander in Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps and was the guy who directly planned, thankfully thwarted, terror attacks in Greece, Australia, and Germany. Israel's Prime Minister's office said in a statement, "Since the events of October 7th, Iran has expanded its efforts to harm Israeli and Jewish targets worldwide. Thanks to intensive activity by the Mossad, together with intelligence and security agencies in Israel and abroad, dozens of terrorist plots advanced by Iran were thwarted." The statement also said, "The first ever exposure of the terror network as responsible for the attempted attacks in Greece, Germany, and Australia demonstrates the mechanism's failed attempts as well as undermines Iran's attempts to operate secretly under the radar." After this terror network was exposed, Australia expelled the Iranian ambassador to Canberra, while Germany simply reprimanded Tehran's diplomatic envoy to Berlin. All of this comes, as it seems, tensions are building once again between Israel and Iran. Ayatollah Khamenei, or at least someone posting from his account because he could be dead, who knows, started threatening on X once again. He went on an extremely long tirade against the US and Israel, starting with this post. The US president boasts that they bombed and destroyed Iran's nuclear industry. Very well, in your dreams. In another post, he said, "The US president tried to give hope and boost the morale of the disappointed Zionists in occupied Palestine with a handful of empty words and his buffoonery. This is my analysis of the US president's trip to occupied Palestine." I'm not entirely sure, but I think his words are most likely just empty threats when he said that America had not completely destroyed their nuclear capabilities. It is definitely something to keep in mind, though, and something to keep an eye on, which I'm sure Israeli and US intelligence are currently doing at the moment. So there are 13 deceased hostages' bodies still being held in Gaza, including the body of Hadar Golden, a soldier who was killed in the 2014 war in Gaza and has been held by Hamas for over a decade since then. Israel said that they are fairly certain that Hamas knows exactly where at least most of the bodies are, and in doing that, they are directly violating the ceasefire by not handing over the bodies. Trump has said similar things. With Israel's approval, teams from the Red Cross and Egypt have now joined in the search, and an Israeli official also said that Israel was now letting Hamas into IDF-controlled areas to search for the hostages' bodies. I have something really cool I want to tell you about. Remember these super viral Temple Mashiach patches that we have in our store? Well, now we have this exact same design, except in a small metal pin form. This is an incredible way to show your support for the land and people of Israel. This lapel pin is a statement of solidarity with Israel and a subtle yet bold way to carry Jerusalem with you. Pick up your Temple Mashiach lapel pin today at the IsraelGuys.store or just click that link in the description below. Donald Trump is once again threatening Hamas. You know, if Hamas doesn't cooperate soon, he might even have to count to 3. On Saturday, he posted this on Truth Social, quote, "Hamas is going to have to start returning the bodies of the deceased hostages, including 2 Americans, quickly, or the other countries involved in this great peace will take action." Like America? He went on to say, Some of the bodies are hard to reach, but others they can return now, and for some reason they are not. Perhaps it has to do with their disarming. When I said both sides would be treated fairly, that only applies if they comply with their obligations. Let's see what they do over the next 48 hours. I am watching this very closely, and when he made that statement, that was nearly 48 hours ago. Hamas knows what they're doing. They are, in fact, a terrorist organization, so they will only release these bodies when it is the most beneficial to them. They're obviously stalling. Israel said they believe Hamas knows where at least 10 of the bodies are. I just hope Trump will finally have enough of this and maybe just say, you know what, Israel? Hamas isn't cooperating. Just go in and finish the job. I want to finish on a positive note. 5 hostages who were released in the latest deal were just checked out of the hospital yesterday, and they were greeted by crowds of people welcoming them home. This is really incredible and amazing to see. Check this out. This was just absolutely amazing and incredible to finally see these people who've been through such unimaginable suffering and pain and agony finally going home. Guys, before I go, if you'd like to play a part in helping us here at the Israel Guys continue to bring you accurate information about what's happening in Israel and the Middle East, then please consider joining our team in producing these videos by supporting us monthly. If you're able to do this, we have a special access Telegram group with behind-the-scenes content, updates on our volunteer work in Israel, special store discounts, prayer requests, a monthly live call with some of our team, and more, specifically for our monthly donor team. If you want to join us, you can go to theisraelguys.com/donate or just click the link in the description below. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.